Hi everybody! I'm working on setting up my shelves. I've been unpacking a lot of the craft supplies that I've been putting off unpacking, but I'm finally getting to unpacking it. We used to live in a big house and now we live in a little apartment and it's crooked.
We're making our apartment up nicely. We're two millennials who are neurospicy.
This is my craft room. It is in an in-between stage for sure. It has been worse and is getting better, but it kind of was hard to get started on organizing everything. And I wanted to kind of take you along with me, so I started organizing my shelves, how everything's looking right now. This is like the during, I would say, but there has been so many different befores also, so we can just call this the new before. Wearing my rainbow bear onesie, trying to feel the happy rainbows because we have a winter storm warning of 2 feet of snow, and I'm kind of freaking out because we got 10 inches of snow like a few weeks ago, and I was like, this is scary. We made a bad decision. Why did we move here? I got through it, and I'm gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. I put on my rainbow bear onesie to get me through. Alright, let me show you the state of things. I put my table out, and I think it's a really good place for it. It's right under the TV, and I have a window there, so if I ever want to look out the window, I have the curtain rods up there that Chris will put up for me soon, hopefully. So we have these two couch slash cot slash chair things that I'm gonna figure out. My husband Chris built the tiered cart, so I have places to go there. He's gonna put a shelf here for me, and then I can put some of my pens and stuff there. But the main thing we're focusing on for today is this shelf, which I like to call my chakra shelf, because it has almost all the chakras. That's the root chakra, the sacral chakra. We're missing the solar plexus. Then we have the heart chakra. We have the throat chakra. We're missing the third eye chakra. And the crown chakra's the purple one. I'm going to find ways to organize it so I'm able to quickly find my things when I am working here at the table or here at this desk, which is a board lying across 2 file cabinets. File cabinets is definitely its own project that we can do another time. I also want to eventually find some decorations that can kind of reflect the different chakras also as we go up the shelves. So we'll work on that a little bit. I'm gonna listen to some Lumineers. So, time lapse it is. First, I'm just getting some of the curtains out of the way because I don't need them right now. And then just putting the couch off to the side so I can start clearing off these shelves. I wanted to readjust the shelves so that they're at a better height for me, so I can still kind of use one of them as a surface. And here I'm adjusting the power strip so I can access it more easily and getting my yoga mats out of the way. I needed to do a sweep and a spray clean, and then I wanted to set up the couches. I just stacked them like this so I can use them kind of like a tall ottoman, but kind of more like a surface so I can put my trays on them and do some of my work while standing. Alright, so I stacked up those couches so you can see if I lift this up. Those are like the couches that can turn into a bed, can turn into a chair. And then I just covered it with a blanket, and then I put the tray on there. So it's still a pretty good surface to rest your tea on, or rest your meal on, or your pills, which is exactly what I need it for breakfast. I don't know if I'm going to keep my chair there, because I'm probably going to keep my chair over here. So I cleared up the space underneath there, and then I got this. These are the curtains I want to put up here. The cart fits underneath the table, which is great, because I can use this table as a standing table, standing desk or a sitting desk is kind of right at the right height. It's like right at my belly button. So it's mostly going to be a standing desk probably. I rearranged the shelves. So like it's not quite at exactly my height of my chakras because I'm like so short. All of the shelves would be like here, 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 because I'm so short. There's like no part of me, but like there's the root chakra, sacral. Right here is where the solar plexus would be. Heart chakra is a little high. Throat chakra is like a little high. And then there's my third eye and my crown chakra. I still like the idea. I really like this red one here as the bottom one. I'm probably going to put a lot of easy to reach materials here for when I'm working. This will serve as a second table area, and that's why I put this tray here, because any place you put a tray, if it does become a clutter catcher, it corrals everything, and then you can just pick it up and bring the tray where you need to bring it to put the things away. If it does start to become a clutter catcher, and you can easily just take this off, put it somewhere else, and then this can be a little surface that I can craft on. So I want to keep this orange one mostly blank, and then fill the red, green, blue, and purple to the brims. So I already have my clay up here, but I have that's mostly empty, that top one there, and I got more clay. You're not supposed to get more clay. When you're trying to organize things, you're supposed to get rid of things that you don't need. But I got more clay. It was super discounted at the thrift store. I put my board games and puzzles up there, and I really like them up there because I don't need to reach them a lot, but I can reach them if I need to, especially if friends are over and we're going to be doing one of those. It'll be nice to have them there, but then if I need any of my crafting supplies, so this is like my binding materials for book binding, paint powders, and my powder glitters. I think there's some stamping materials in here and some other glitter in here, and then some wax seals. All the things that I use for making my books. This here I use to flatten out books, or especially paper. When I'm making paper, it makes it nice and flat, a good surface to write on. This is my paper cutter right here. This is my medication and my supplements and my vitamins, so I'm actually going to put that down here. Even though it's green and would fit really nicely on this green table, I think this is probably where I'm going to take my supplements. So I'll keep it there. Oh, and then my washi tape is here. And now this is the fun part. I get to finally unpack some of these boxes and put them on the shelf. So I'm excited. Okay, so I'm looking to put some things on this red shelf. I think the orange shelf is good, just like this. I put the rest of my makeup here. There's a little itty bit of space here, which I might put something. This might stay, might go, but I don't use this a lot, so I don't have to reach for it a lot. So if I do put some papers in there, that should be okay. There's a little place here that I can put things, and that clay box I want to do. So let's open up this green box here that I've not let myself open the whole time that we lived here. So let's see what we have. I don't really remember what's in here, but I'm pretty sure it is my craft room stuff. Oop. That was a wrench. Sorry, downstairs neighbors. I have a clipboard there that I can keep on this soft table. So if I need to write something, I'll have something to write on. And I found a ruler. Always good to have a ruler. This has like glue and scissors and stuff, so that's definitely going to be something that I put out. Some sponge brushes. But then let's see what's in this one. Come on. It's heavy. So I think there's also acrylic paint in here. Yep, sure is. Is this all acrylic paint? That would be crazy. No, I see a pen box. Okay, a pen box, one pen box. I know I have more than that. So that has some of my fancier pens. Oh, it looks like there's some other boxes in there. So, okay, it just looks like there's a top layer of acrylic paint, so that's okay. Here's a, like one of those Lazy Susan organizer things. I'm pretty sure I have two of those. Yep, there's the other one. Ooh, some bobbins. Here's the other one. Ooh, look at that reflection. I'm gonna do both of them in the light. Alright, enough of that. There's another pen box in there. Oh, that's my marker box. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Found a brayer. Chris has really been wanting to do stamping, so brayer will be very important. Alright, and there's some brushes, some more markers, and just some like random brush things and some Velcro things, and ooh, 2 rulers. Alright, now this has my Sharpies, my Crayola Super Tips, Zebra Mild liners, and then some calligraphy pens, my eraser, some of my post-it notes, some lead, double-sided tape, very important, and my stapler. And then let's see if there's anything in here besides acrylic paint now. Yep. So this is just another organizer. I love it. It has the stars and the moons in there, and I can use that for some of these pens that I uncovered. I think it's all paint. Okay, now this bin should fit underneath this shelf. Perfect fit. Alright, so like I said, most of the things that are in here will actually go in like one of these or one of these spinny organizers, so I'm just gonna put them in there now and I'll organize them later. I'm just gonna shove everything in there, and they are all disorganized now, but that's okay because this is just getting them out of these bins for right now, and I will focus on organizing at another time. These are my little paintbrush rests. Look like mermaid tails. Alright, now I'm going to get these out of the way, just put them off to the side, worry about them another time. And now we have these. I love these because you can make it a big bin, or you can take these dividers and put the dividers in. And now you have 4 little bins, and it's really good for like paper and stuff, and you can stack them when the dividers are in. They don't have the dividers in, they nest. So this way you can still see everything in there. Okay, and I'll keep on stacking them up. And then I really like these when I'm making paper inserts and things for my journals. And I have like a bunch of pockets, and I have a bunch of like, I don't know, like embellishments and like a bunch of folders. Then I can keep them there, and then when I'm going through and putting them in, I can just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, you know. If you have one that's just like this, and you have like bigger, I put my hole punches and stuff in there, so if I have bigger hole punches, I can keep them in that, and you still have the divider there, and it can still hold another one up a little bit. Okay, you have the big section in the middle, the little sections on the side, and now that will balance it a lot better. And I don't know if this is all of them. If I had another set of 2, that would fit perfectly here. I don't know if I have another set or not. I'll have to keep unpacking. We're getting there. We're unpacking. We're doing things. I want to see what else is in this basket. Okay, this is just like some cards. My Soul Journey Oracle cards, which is like my secondary Oracle cards that I have. And then like this shawl that my mother-in-law gave me, and this thing. Well, this other shawl that probably I got from the house. So in some ways, my mom gave me. Then let's see what's over here in this box, if there's anything else to uncover. Oh, I don't think I want to get into this box yet. There's a lot of papers, which will be a lot easier when I get everything set up in the file cabinets. And I think I'll have another video for that. So far we're doing pretty good. I'm pretty sure there's more little containers that can go onto this shelf, but I'm going to keep uncovering. I'm feeling a lot better. It's been rough to not have my crafting area, so I'm feeling better right now. I just like threw a bunch of stuff in there, like some of the stuff that you saw me unpack, the glue and the organizers and stuff, into that bin. And next to my shelf, it's really starting to look like a little craft room here. I don't know if you can see what that says, but that says punches, stamp pads, glue sticks, and then I don't know what's on that top one, so I need help getting that down, and then we'll start filling up those bins.
Yeah, like this could all like be the cheapest way to get all the colors.
Well, that was easy. Whoa. Stickers. Stamp pads. So much glue stick. And I thought I had 2 more, so I'm gonna put these on that final slot on the red shelf. Edge. My lacy edge punch. I have my 2-inch circle punch. So you see, this is one of those instances where keeping it big can be helpful. You see corner punch, bow punch, hex punch, butterfly, and unicorn punch, elephant punch, corner punch, rounding corner punch, design corner punch, frog punch, 1-inch round. As long as these fit, I can stack them like that and put them on that red shelf. Perfect fit. Okay, now this box has just my stamps, stamp pads, a lot of stamp pads in different sizes, lots of stamps in different sizes, and then let's see, this box of glue stick. So I'm going to put this down here. And it almost fits. Okay, it fits. And then this which can, oh, I put those books there. I didn't mean to. I think I was just testing to see if they fit there. I think this will fit here nicely. Yep. And I think I have another one of those also. But maybe not. And then let's see what's in this one. Alright, so this box says it has organizers, clay press, light string, tea bags, and cards. But I don't know if that's actually true. Let's see what's actually in here. Okay. I think that was mostly true. There's some extra things. Some napkins, some tissue paper, some alcohol ink, some stickers. But here are the organizers and cards, index cards, tea bag, both the tea bag and the tea bag wrapper. That is the clay press here. This and some of those things there. And then there are some more organizers, like card organizers. And some little tiny sticker organizers. Oh, here's another like filing organizer. But down here you have some sticker organizers. And here's that string of lights. So I'm losing my light now, so the sunset's really pretty. I'm going to show you outside for a sec. So that's the outside. We're about to get 2 feet of snow on top of that. But yeah, I think maybe I'll organize these tomorrow when I have more light. Alright, it is snowing. Can you see the snow? And we still have about a day of snow. So I'm gonna get back to it. Get back to organizing my stuff. Alright, did pretty good there. I emptied 2 cardboard boxes so I can get those out of the apartment. And I filled up, let me switch this. Oh, snow check. I really like to look at the windowsill. Sometimes it falls off the windowsill, but that's like a good idea of how much snow we have because I'm not like pushing that off or plowing it or anything. So this still is completely disorganized, but I did put some things in there. I have some notebooks that I have here that are just completely blank one subject spiral notebooks, which I use a lot to write in. I have my, like this is kind of like when I'm making some things for journals, some embellishments and some cards and stuff. I put them in here. It keeps me organized. And then I organized my bins. So I have in here, these are a bunch of tea bags, which I use for like putting layers on things. And then I just have some ribbon, which I didn't have a place for right now. Then I have some index cards, some playing cards, some spray bottles, and some ink, and then some like hardware. There's some washers and some like other hardware things. On the bottom it has a bunch of like napkins, things to make faux rice paper. There's some photo corners in there. Then on top I have my stencils. I have my tea bag wrappers, which I use a lot for pockets. And I have just some more cards here. Then in this one I have my stamps and my stamp pads. And I was able to fit them all in these two, which is great. And then back there, I think you saw me yesterday organize my punches. So my hole punches and my shape punches. But my stamps used to be in this drawer here, and it was just a disaster. Yeah, this drawer is like a cassette tape drawer. I don't know what I'll end up putting in this, but it worked well for a little bit for the stamps. These little teeny tiny stamps. I was missing a couple of the letters, so I'm glad I'm finding them. What would I do without W? I don't know. I might end up using that for something else completely or selling it, because I know some people might really like a cassette tape holder nowadays. Then I have my in and out tray I'm going to go through, and I have another in and out tray, but I think I'm going to open up this box here, not this box. This box is a project box, so I've already started a project and everything I have for that is in there. It's my moon goddess journals. So everything for Moon Goddess journals is in here. So I'm going to open up this box and see what's in there. But I can feel it. I can feel it getting closer. Getting closer to actually being able to craft. index cards, journaling cards, and cardstock, paper stacks. So most of these I'm going to put in something else, but I want to search in here to see if there's any journaling cards that I can get. Wow, I really taped this up good. Man, this Joanne box now is a relic. Like, there's no more Joanne. But like that Joanne tape, nobody has that anymore. Alright, my scoreboard. Scoreboard! Well, that can go here with my cutting paper cutter. And then I'm gonna put my 12 by 12s over here, and then see what else we have in this. Oh my, so many 12 by 12s. But also lots of index cards, so these are things I can put into some of those, like this filing thing here. I have that filing thing there, and then there's still some space in these where I can put some index cards. So some of them are really thin, some of them are index thick, and some of them are cardboard thick, like cereal box cardboard thick. Yeah, I love these. Like, I dyed some of them. And a lot of these are just offcuts from the print shop. Well, a lot of offcuts from when I'm using cereal boxes to make covers for journals. Oh, some slips, like just some order slips. Bad prints from the print shop. So I got to take them some paint chips that I got from the hardware store. Sometimes when you go to the thrift store, you can find things like these, like filing things. So I'm pretty sure I found these at a thrift store for very cheap. And some more offcuts from the print shop. Now it looks like these are all 12 by 12 papers, which I bought a specific 12 by 12 paper thing, storage thing, so I'm going to do that in another video. I'm going to organize those papers into, and the cards into this mostly, and then I think I'm going to be done. So I think that's it for today. This video is mostly about unpacking the papers, getting to the bottom of some of my boxes that I haven't unpacked since moving here 4 months ago now. Yeah, almost 4 months ago. But I am feeling good. I don't feel like we took too long to unpack these boxes. Like, I definitely, because for months before we moved, I was packing and stuff, so I didn't get a chance to do my crafting. So it's been a long time for me to be without crafting, and that's kind of like something that's meditative and kind of like therapy for me, so it's hard for me to not have it. And then I feel good because I produce stuff, I make products, so this is another thing that we can say goodbye to. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'm going to have many more videos. This is just one little corner of my craft room. I still have to do this. I have to do that. I have to set up my file cabinets. I have to set up this. So lots of things left to do. So please subscribe if you want to see more of me getting my craft room set up. And other places in my house will also be set up. So thank you so much for subscribing. Like this video if you like watching people unpack. And leave me a comment if you have suggestions for anything, because I can use all the help I can get. Bye!